Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham Daily News and Update show for Saturday, January 10th, the day after we took out, I was going to say something else, took out Nottingham Forest in a giant killer, which it actually is. And I'm going to talk crap about TalkSport this morning when I was at 3 o'clock in the morning here, what they said about it. But anyways, yes, it is a news show the day after we go through beating Nottingham Forest on penalties 4-3 with epic saves from Arthur Okonkwo, who did guess right, I believe, on all 5. I think I've been corrected on that too. And I will address the Discord chat that's going back and forth for me going after AO during the game. And I will get that. I know who you are. You can't hide from me. But anyways, what a great day. Watching some of the matches today, a little bit here and there. I saw that Macclesfield went through and took down a Premier League side, Crystal Palace. And you could see the owner who's like, okay. Also, that's the magic of the cup. That is the magic of the cup. There's Aaron right there, hiding from everybody, the part-timer. Yes, but no, it was a great day yesterday. And obviously, we have the draw coming up on Monday. We'll discuss that. But as you can see, promotion versus the cup run. Can Wrexham do both? Now, I have some thoughts on this. I want to get your thoughts on this too. I have evolved because, opinions, my opinion has evolved. You're not stuck in the mud all the time. No one really likes to hear my opinions all the time, but here you go. I love the debate back and forth. But anyways, thank you for coming in. It is Saturday. It's Saturday the 10th. Oh my God, we are just flying through January. And what a beautiful day it is here in Los Angeles. So happy to have everyone in. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the Local Pundit. We are on our way to 5,001. Yesterday, we just went over to 3,100 mark, which is awesome. Fantastic community. Ted Nelson's here and there too. Event Mod Steg, what's up? Good thumbnail there. Says such a great win yesterday. Howdy, Josh. What's up, Mr. Make Me? How are you? And Aaron, never heard of her. If you're around, buddy, want to pop in? Let me know. And MK7's also in here. Nikki's here. And said hi to Ted. But yeah, yesterday was awesome. Listen, as 24 hours on, yesterday was a fantastic result. Good for everybody. What's up, Hip Karma? Good for everybody to watch. I mean, it was literally written in the stars. And Parkinson said afterwards too, he's like, when they scored that goal, it was like, oh, here we go. And that's what I was thinking too. That's what everyone's thinking. It's like, here we go. They're going to show their Premier League, the Premier League side that, and they're going to go and they're just going to win this. And we, at penalties, it's an absolute crapshoot. You have no idea. And I thought both managers had a fair assessment, honest assessment of both teams. And Sean Dyche, who I do like a lot. I don't care what the Nottingham Forest supporters think. I think Sean Dyche gave a clear assessment about his team as well. But listen, those are the days that make things magical. Today, Macclesfield beating Macclesfield. It's not Macclesfield Town because that went out like 5 years ago. I think it's just Macclesfield FC. FC. They took out Palace this morning. But anyways, that is the magic of the cup, and that's what we love to do. We love to go and watch a story unfold. And the great thing about the Local Pundit is that we get to do it together, watching it unfold, and everyone else gets to armchair it. We get to do it live with everybody too. Ruth's in the house. What's going on? Buzzing. Very little sleep. What a match! It was a great match. That was a great watch. And good morning, Chief. How you doing? Leap and Sarah's here, and again, everyone's filing in too. But here's what I want to address with everyone today. Talking about the promotion versus the cup run. I said yesterday or 2 days ago, my focus is getting promoted. Little birdie told me in my head, also too, on the side that the goal is to get promoted this season. That's what they want to do. That's what the owners want to do. They want to get promoted. Now, we're in January right now. Obviously, the window is open. We have a full squad, like a free hit squad, which is great. And the next round of the FA Cup round 4 is to be played now on fourth round proper is on Saturday, February 14th. So that is obviously the made-up holiday called Valentine's Day. So that's when we're going to be playing that. So we'll be almost just a little bit over a month from now. We'll be in the 4th round. Now the cup draw is on Monday night. I think it's halftime between the Liverpool match too. Yes, the 4th round tie will be played around the weekend of Saturday, 14th and 15th. So yes, that'll be there too. The ball numbers, we are number 7. Wolves. They won. They beat Shrewsbury. I don't know what happened to the Doncaster match. Let me get the results. Why didn't I get the results today? Sorry, I should have done this prior. Yeah. FA Cup. fixture third round results. I should have done this prior to going on. This is what I don't know. Oh, Charlton and Chelsea are playing right now. Is that live? No, it is. Charlton and Chelsea are playing right now. Okay, live. Chelsea are up to 3-1. That is. Steve Barton says, "Woohoo! Is it okay for now a weekend bender?" Well, yeah, it's okay for a weekend bender, Steve Barton. Do it. Please do it. And drink responsibly at home. Have some nachos. Homework is overrated. Did you stop drinking, Steve? Sorry, everyone's getting out here. I just watched a podcast about AO winning the game for us yesterday. That's great. Well, now you're watching another one. Awesome. Welcome in. Thank you for that super chat, Steve. Okay, yeah. So as I was saying, the FA Cup round, fourth round proper, will be on Saturday the 14th and 15th. The draw is on Monday night. First of all, right now, the teams that look to be going through, I'm going to go through it really quickly. Blackpool's going to go through. Burton's going to go through. Oxford beat MK Dons yesterday. Wigan go through. Port Vale go through. Obviously, we beat Wrexham. Wrexham beat Nottingham Forest. Macclesfield went through in a stunner. Sunderland went through on pens this morning. Leicester City will be in there. Wolves will be in there. Southampton did win 3-2. Stoke beat Coventry 1-0. Newcastle beat Bournemouth. Brentford, Fulham, blah, blah, blah. Man City, did they score 10? Did Man City score 10? What a bunch of assholes against Exeter City. That's horrible. Why would they do that? That's hard. Why would they do that? Pep, that is absolutely punching down to a. I mean, you didn't have to get double dig. Come on now. That's horrible. Birmingham City beat Cambridge United. Oh, my days. Burton had 5 on Bournemouth. Aston Villa beat Tottenham. And Weston-super-Mare got beat by Grimsby Town. Bristol City. Chelsea are going to beat Charlton, it looks like. And tomorrow's Arsenal Portsmouth. So there's a mixed bag in there, too. Now, my thought process on this is, look, I know we're going for promotion. There are risks. I'm not even injury risk is my only concern. Injury risks and being tired. Okay. I'm being I've been cautious the last 2 years, I would say, because the goal, I always want to get promoted. And Parkinson hasn't been. He's put all gas, no brakes. He's like, let's go. I mean, yesterday, that's what it was. We had basically our first team squad out there. We had to make some adjustments later on because, Kakachi was on a numbers count, which understandably so. Maka came on. Jesus Christ, Maka. Well, I'm actually going to address the Maka thing today as well. No shade on him, but I will give him credit. He did put a picture on his Instagram of him taking a strike, and he said, "Kids, this is not how you take a penalty." Fair play to him. So give him that too. Fixture congestion. That's kind of not a thing. We're in 2 competitions, okay? Now, if we were in 3 competitions, that's a fixture congestion, in my opinion. 2 competitions, 1 every month, we can deal with that. Now, the reason why I think it's good, if we do continue on the cup run, and I don't want a Manchester United or an Arsenal or Manchester City this next round if we're going to continue this run. Let's punch down ourselves. Let's go get a Macclesfield FC. Let's do something like that if we're going to go do it. Good news is we're going to have people coming back. We're going to have Brunty coming back. We'll have now J-Rod's back. I don't know what's going on with Hardy. I think he's going out the door. But I think players are going to start coming back. Issa Gabore come back. Be a chance for guys to get rested in certain positions that need to get rest. So in the middle of the cup run, allow him to rotate the squad a little bit. So now I'm kind of thinking this might be a good thing. I'd like to get maybe 2 more games out of it. Can we get to the 5th round? It'd be cool. It'd be great. As long as we focus on the league. And I know that's what's happening. Free Pugs is in the house. What's up, dude? Yo. What up, everyone? And sorry, I saw one here. AO getting the save and walking to the side like he was just going to clock out and go home was so endearing. He's a good dude. I met him 3 times. He doesn't know me, but I met him. He's a nice guy. He is a nice guy. Are you doing a live for the draw? Yes, I will be going live for the draw. Thank you, Ruth. Wrexham next round, Macclesfield away. You heard it here first. That's what I said. Give me Macclesfield away. Let's do it. Give me Macclesfield away. That'd be fun. That'd be great. They think they can beat us. Now, did you look at some of the Macclesfield team? All of them are part-timers, which is pretty cool. Do you know that? Do you know with Doyle having a buyback clause with City, can they buy him back if they want, or if we sell? If they have a buyback clause, they can go and buy him back. I don't think they're going to buy him back. I don't think they'll buy him. I don't. They're not in that much. They're going to go out and buy, like, Doyle's good, but he's not making their starting 11. He's just not going to, even if they are, they're going to go into the market. They'll get Gahey before they go back and get Doyle. Ruth says that he wants Macclesfield at home. However, we tend to play poor against teams lower than us. That's fine. That's fine. Whenever you're ready, buddy. And Steve Barton says Man City at home. I'd go Man City away if we're going to do Man Shitty. What's up, dude?
What's up?
How are you?
Good.
Yeah.
I've just been watching the FA Cup games today.
I didn't know they were still on. I didn't know Charlton and Chelsea were still playing.
Yep. Yeah, I was just watching. That was what I was watching.
Yeah.
I've been watching a handful of them jumping around. I managed to miss the Macclesfield one. I didn't realize I didn't realize it was in the earlier set of games.
It's 4:30 in the morning.
So
I
I ended up seeing it. Yeah, it was like and by the time I got to messing around with the TV, I was like, oh crap, I missed it.
Like, yeah. You missed our game yesterday too. I was just running through some things on my end too. I just looking about, like, do we do the cup run? I think it might be a good thing, just because I think it'll be in a month from now, and I think we'll have players in and players back, and might be an opportunity for us to go for something and maybe rotate a little bit.
If we know Parky's going to go for it.
Yeah.
And there'll be. Should we do it? Yeah, I don't know. I think we've got a strong enough squad, though. Like you said, we're starting to get a lot of players back, so
yeah,
it'd be a chance. Now, if I remember correctly, though, I think in the FA Cup, because it is the FA Cup, they do have to, I think they've got to be registered. Do the players got to be registered in the for the championship team? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they got to be in the 25 or not. I can't remember. I know some of the cup competitions they didn't have to be. I can't remember if they do for the FA Cup or not. So if anybody in the chat knows.
Well, it won't matter, because the next round will be on the 14th. So we'll have to register the squad on the 1st.
Right, but what I'm saying, if we have any left over that aren't registered, you see what I'm saying? I don't know if we'd go that. He's probably going to start our starters anyway, I guess.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a moot point, so it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
He hinted at getting players in, hinted at players going out.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be done by then. I totally flip-flopped on this. I completely have, in regards to, if we're here, let's go for it. And I think it could be an opportunity to show something. And you're right, I'm always like, just rest because we want to be injured. No, he's going to go for it. Like, he's not all gas, no brakes. That's us being armchair quarterback,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm good either way. I was perfectly fine if we went. Dude, that was such a good performance, especially the first half. Even if we'd have lost on pins, I was like, this was great. Like, that was a great game.
Yeah,
so much fun. And they brought in what, $150 million worth of subs.
Maybe more. Maybe more can get.
It was insane.
Gems, and he stayed.
It was incredible. So I wasn't too worried about it, but it was. We still played him tough, and like I know I was watching Parky's post game stuff he did with the TV, and it was he said he was glad that, like, even when they made those changes, we still looked like we could score. You know what I mean? We weren't. It wasn't. Now they definitely had the ball more, and they were definitely putting pressure on us for sure. But we had our chances. We could have won that game. We could have scored 4 or 5.
We could have scored 4 or 5. We could have. I don't want to go two-footed into Smith.
It's probably the worst one. It was disappointing, but you know what though? That's a good keeper he's up against.
Yeah,
had a lot of time to think about it. He had about half the field to think about it, and he's like, honestly, and it's easy to say this now as our armchair quarterback. Just run around him. You know what I mean? Just run around him and score.
But to your point, Sellis is a good keeper. He knew he was going to.
He knew it. For sure. So it was. You'd like to think he scores there, but you know what? It worked out. So I'm not going to go in too hard on him.
No, and Ruth just said right here, oh, Jared Smith, he's kicking himself. Yeah, and that's he's not going to. I'm so happy what he's come in and done. And rush of blood to the head, had to go through. I get it.
Yeah.
Steve Barton says, "Thank you for the."
Sorry. I just took your thing down. Go ahead.
What's that? Surprising, I found a typical schedule of Brazilian wax. Updates to follow. Okay, Steve Barton, thank you for the super chat. Please keep us updated if you can get one, because Aaron's looking to get one too. Sorry about that.
Smith and Windass, yeah, right at the end. Windass, that one ball that comes in, and it
Oh,
looked like he decided to go with his foot instead of his head. I don't know why he didn't hit that thing.
yeah,
Oh my God, that thing was in. If he puts anything on it, that ball goes in the net.
goes in the back of the net.
But he'll be frustrated with that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an all-in-all good performance. I will back up my AO thing because Kelly Davidson, I love you. Patty called me out yesterday about AO. I thought AO's performance during the game was not great. His performance for the penalties was magical. I didn't think AO had a good game. I thought he was magical and in these saves, like unbelievably, and it didn't matter at that point. So I want
to look back. And over the last few seasons, how many penalties has he saved? Because he saved a handful.
Oh, he's
know what I mean?
He's great reflexes. Probably one of the best I've seen.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what makes him so good. That's his strong suit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I will say, I don't know. I need to see him back. I don't know if any of the goals were his fault, but it does seem like he generally gets two balls. You know what I mean? You'd think he'd save one of those. You know what I mean? You'd have thought maybe he'd have saved one of those.
Yeah, he did have a great save on the free kick. Holy ball!
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And he had a couple really nice saves. And I'm not going to dig him out. I have not watched him back, but I do remember kind of as I was watching it, thinking, gosh, usually he gets to something you know what I mean? And not because he did anything wrong, but just because he's so good that generally he does get to some of those. So I don't know. I don't know if it was just they were putting him in with more power. I just need to see him back. It's hard to judge without looking.
He's like I said, I have no shade on him. I was like, but during the match, you're sitting there like, what the get a finger on? That's just sport. But he was 11 out of 10 for the penalties. I think I thought it was short.
When we went to penalties, I was like, he's going to get one. I knew he'd get one.
Yeah,
I knew he'd get one. And then when frickin' Macca blazes his over the bar, and I'm like, oh, damn it!
Yeah.
Now we need him to get two, and he got two.
He got two.
But all of their penalties were on target.
Yes,
he didn't miss.
Yeah,
he had to make the save. So yeah, it was fantastic. And he almost saved the one from Williams too, from Nico Williams. That one went under him. Well, he almost got his hand on that thing.
He has cat-like reflexes. He reminds me a lot. I keep saying a lot of David De Gea. David De Gea used to make really stupid mistakes, but then he would have a triple save. You're like, what the hell?
Where'd that come from?
Oh my God, yeah. 30 shots against him yesterday. Was it 30 shots yesterday? No.
Was it that many?
Let me look real quick.
How many were on target though? Because you only got to save the ones on target.
Yeah, let me just look back real quick.
If they blaze them over the bar, it's not anything.
Shots 24 shots.
So 24 shots. How many on target?
10 on target.
So he had to deal with 10 of them.
Yeah. His best save of the day, other than the penalties, was the free kick. So with the free kick. Yeah.
Steve Martin just dropped one.
You got it. I got it.
Go. I'll let you run that. I'm just going to keep my fingers off those. So you get the comments from now on.
Oh, you got it. I have to get my laundry in a second. So you have to hold it on the fort.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Can we just give Kakache lettuce of the season now? Well, I mean, I actually I'm gonna challenge you on that, Steve Barton. I think lettuce of the season tied right now is him, and I think Dan Scar was really pushing it yesterday. Really pushing it, Steve.
I didn't notice his lettuce yesterday. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, nice going right there.
Where are we at on Moore's lettuce? Is Moore high on the lettuce scale? I mean, he's always got that headband on, and he's got it
he's got to push back.
Yeah, he's got to push back. What are we thinking about Kiefer?
He's got a Pat Swayze thing going for me.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good. Josh, did you see the PKs for the Sunderland Everton match? The Sunderland keeper shut out Everton. I did, Ted Nelson. I did.
Incredible.
Yeah, incredible. And do you want to address the elephant in the room? AO saved Macca's ass. If AO doesn't block them, we all blame Macca. Do you want to talk about Macca? Because I was going to do it at some point, but I'll let you go first.
I mean, I think we saw that we need a left wing back in January. Now, we probably don't need a left wing back because we've got enough in front of him right now. But Yeah, I mean, immediately as soon as he touched the pitch, they knew it and they took advantage of it. And yeah, it was. And be honest, I'm not even going to dig just him out. Barney wasn't great either. When we had those two on, it was not. We had nothing out wide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was struggle bus.
If I if I equate it to with the Maca thing, what I saw yesterday, and I will say too about like winning the okay, great, winning the flip, awesome. It's like a boxer having won too many matches getting knocked out. That, you know what I mean? Is that yeah?
Here you go. I got
Patty,
this one.
Patty calls me out on his show. It's like he's like, you deal with it.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, it was, but it was like I said, it wasn't just him. I think it was both of them.
Yeah.
We just need a little more depth at wingback. And it sounded like
Would you?
apparently.
Let me ask you a question before you move on. Sorry to interrupt you. I apologize. Patty,
No,
if you're around, come on in. Patty, if you're in, come in. Would you take him off the roster if we can upgrade the roster and take a spot? Would you pay him out? That's a lot. Right there. A lot right there. I just said.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what I mean, you gotta see everything. I mean, I know me and Patty were talking about doing a thing where we broke down the roster.
Yeah.
We need to do that because I need to see where everything else fits. It really just depends on what we bring in. But if they're happy with Thomason being the number 2, and then they bring in a right wing back to be the number 2, or at least push Kabore for the number 1 spot, and then you have as your 5th choice wing back on, and he could be on either side. You have Longman, then yeah, I don't think you need to have Macca in the squad.
Somebody made a good point about it was something about, I don't know what it was. I think they were talking about I think it was Wolves about the right wing back, and it kind of related it to us because they were getting balls in the box, and basically the strikers didn't know when to go and when not to go. They couldn't predict what their winger was going to do. Sorry, the wing back was going to do to get balls in the box. And I kind of thought about that with Issa Kabore. Now, I think Longman is definitely. I want to say. All right, I think Kabore is like a 72 overall, and and I would say like a Longman's like a 69 overall. So it's like right there. They do different things, because Issa Kabore is so, I would say, raw. Do you think that? I know we're jumping around. Do you think that messes up the timing of a Kiefer Moore or Smith? Who's our starter? Is what I'm asking right now.
On the right, the Kabore is more dangerous just because of his speed.
Yeah.
So, I would say Kabore, you go with Longman. The problem what I've seen with Longman, he works his tail off. So I have no complaints there. He will work his tail off all game long. He's not, I don't think technically he's as good as the guys on the other side though. As far as like Thomason and Kakache. And so I think the link up play between him and the 10 on his side, or the right sided center back on his side, is never as good. So, and I actually think I think Kabore actually teamed up with those guys a little better, linked up with those guys better. But he also makes up for. Technically, sorry, am I there?
Hello, what happened? Oh, Patty, Patty just totally effed it up. Patty, what'd you do?
Oh, what's happening? I don't know. He popped in and then my mic went quiet.
Patty,
anyway, what I was saying is, I think Kabore, I don't think he's quite his pass accuracy and stuff isn't perfect, but his speed makes up for so much, and we don't have that kind of speed. So when you can get his kind of speed in the team, it's always good. And he's got a good crawl. Like, he can get balls into the box. I do, and Patty said this before, it does seem like there's times where the strikers aren't quite sure, because he does it different every time. It's not the same move. It's always something a little different. So I think they're still trying to. I think the more they play together, the more that's going to get worked out. problem is he's been out so long now, and it's kind of like you're restarting.
Yeah.
You know?
Perfect timing coming in, Patty, because this is a question just for you. Macca did considerably better than Thomason, though. So I think we can deal a little with the blame game, even if he does not leave until the summer. Perfect timing, Patty, for you to get that.
Did Macca do better than Thomason?
What game were you watching?
Yeah.
What game were you watching, Morgan? Because it could have been that game last night. There's no chance it was that game last night.
Heidi, you don't want to address that? You want to give a thorough assessment of that?
Macca is simply not quick enough. He has the knowledge. He knows what he would like to do. He just can't do it.
Mm-hmm. Which is
at his level. I'm sorry. That's what it is.
By the way, Steve Bart gifted 5 local pundit Wrexham AFC podcast memberships. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. I think Barton's been on a binge since. By the way, just FYI. I would love to get him on, and I wonder if he's about. I would love to get him on to see how he's thinking about it too. What's going on, man? AO out, Parkinson out, everyone out.
No. I thought you guys weren't finished talking about Kabore on the wing.
Yeah.
I think it's still the same as it always was, in that he's extremely dangerous. He's extremely quick. He is a nightmare for the defense on the opposition, but he needed time to get used to the rest of the team, and the attackers needed to get used to him. And I do think it might be an absolute game changer for him having 3 up front, because there's so many more people to play off to. Because I don't think he wants to cross balls in the same way Barney used to. Mm-hmm. You know, he can do it. He can drop it into some dangerous places, but I don't think that's purely his game. So what he actually, I have seen a few times that I think is really good that nobody has really done for us, is running up the byline and passing backwards, back across the box, waiting for someone to run onto it and just smash it into the goal. Our defense is extremely weak to that. They hate it. We saw it again in the match. Like anybody who's bringing balls backwards from the byline into the box, they just can't get rid of them. I don't know what it is.
He was it, who had the 2 goals yesterday? Whatever his name is. Callum Hudson-Odoi had 2 great goals, by the way. 2 fantastic goals. 2 fantastic goals. I mean, they did pull back, but 2 fantastic goals. 5-1. Wow, Chelsea beat.
Yeah, I don't think that we should really dig after players too much for that match yesterday, simply because they're a Prem team. But the things that were true in the league are basically still true, and we saw it in that match as well.
Morgan's tripling down. Morgan, oh my God, which is awesome. It's a great debate. The wingers got past Thomason for both of the goals easily, particularly the second goal. I agree, Macca needs to lead, but he did not necessarily scapegoat Macca. So defensively, he played better than Thomason. He is doubling and tripling down on that.
But here's the difference, and it was already kind of, we create once Macca got in the game, we created nothing. We couldn't go forward. We couldn't do anything. As when Thomason was in, we could. Macca was getting burnt too, and they just didn't score off of it. He got burnt several times, so they just happened to score on the little ones against Thomason. Yeah, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be upset with players, especially a player that's not a wing back, for giving up, letting a Prem level, a $40 million player run past him. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't dig Macca out for that, but the difference was going forward, Macca couldn't do anything. I think he got 1 ball into the box when we had a little bit of possession. He finally had time to get forward. We had the ball for 15 seconds, and he finally got up there, and they got one. And he was able to put one in, and it looked good. But it was just not. It wasn't that. If he could play as a winger, he'd be much better, or as just a left back, I think Mac could be okay, but when he's got to get up and down, he can't do that.
Yeah, I think a winger, he'd be a good winger. He'd actually be a great winger.
Yeah. I think he would too, if he could just stay forward and for sure.
The way you answer that question for me is you ask it a little bit differently. You say to yourself, if we had to use Maka for 90 minutes in that match, and if we had to use Thomason for 90 minutes in that match, who would you prefer to have? Who do you think we would have ended up with a better result with?
Thomason, 100%.
I think the clear answer is Thomason.
Yeah. I mean, regardless of that, the account of what we did yesterday was incredible. Even, we were, like I said, I listen to TalkSport all the time, which is talk, call, whatever you want. I mean, we were getting praise all over the place, except for one person up his sneeze. Oh, go ahead. Shit. I'm trying to sneeze. I can't. Oh, it went away. Oh, my God. Except for one guy in TalkSport who said, "Oh, it wasn't a giant killing. They spent a ton of money, and there was the B squad, and Nottingham Forest were just playing their B squad, and it's not like a giant killing." I'm like, "What? What? They're only 12. He said they're only 12 or 13 points actually away from each other. He put the championship and the Premier League together." So I was like, "Okay, all right, fair. Okay, look at
okay." Their manager called out essentially three players, because they're the three players he took off at halftime. Right? Yeah. I looked into them just to see, and as it happens, all three of them are new to the team from the summer. One of them is a loan from Arsenal. We just kind of leave that aside. The other two they purchased this summer, each of them for 35 million.
Yeah.
And we spent 35 million our entire summer transfer, bringing in 12 players.
Yeah.
And you want to compare squads? Go.
Okay, so here you go. These are the players. These are the players they played yesterday.
Starters
so
or
they had this is all the players that played yesterday. So Sells, the goalkeeper, 5 million. This is what they paid for him.
Yeah.
Okay? Sells 5 million. Savona was 12 million. Jera was 10 million. Murata was 12.6 million. Zashenko and Louise don't have numbers for. McAtee was 30 million. Ndoye was 39.3 million. Hutchison was 37.5 million. Bakwa was 30.3 million, and Igor was 10 million. Gibbs White, who came on, was 42.5 million. Williams was 16 million. Murillo was 11.2 million. Dominguez was 8 million. Wanyi, however you say that, 17.5 million, and Hudson-Odoi was they got for 5 million. Their total cost of that squad, the players that played yesterday, was 286.9 million pounds. And by the way, just so I got that off X, that was thank you to Matt Jones on X. He posted that. So not Racecourse Ramble, but different. Yeah, different guy.
How is it not a giant killing? It really how? What's our squad value? Patty, Aaron, you guys probably have this at the ready.
They're saying about 35 million. About 45 million something.
Yeah. It was amazing. By the way, you're Kimmy. Proud of all the players. Hard to hate on any of the team after fighting so hard against. And it was a great night. It was a fantastic night. Unbelievable.
Look, we've discussed the gap between the Championship and the Prem a lot.
Yeah.
In previous occasions, like we do it on Champ Chat a lot. We end up discussing this a lot on Champ Chat. Actually, we get a lot of questions about it. How big is the gap, and what do we need to do if we go up and stuff like this? And what you need to do is you need to spend over 200 million on players. Yeah. That's how big the gap is. Like it's craziness. We might only be a few spots away from them technically, but
Sunderland,
they're vastly ahead of us.
Yeah, Sunderland is what we would need to do.
Exactly.
That's what we need to. Yeah, exactly. Shoot, you guys hold the fort down. I'll be right back. I have to go. I have to get my laundry out. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have fun. All right. So now the professionals can talk. No. Anyway, yeah, they in the same tweet, Matt put down our play what we paid for the players that we had, and it come out to about 39.05 million pounds. Yeah. So that's the players that what we paid for the players we played last night. So yeah, it was It's a giant killing. I mean, yeah, we're not that far away if you actually look at league positions. But I think it just talks. I mean, that though, the fact that we're not that far away in as far as league positions, but then the actual financial gap between the two is insane. So, but
Yeah, look, let's be fair. There are also caveats to the match that they did play a weaker squad. That it's not their 11 that they play every week. You know, there's other reasons that they're a much better team than we actually beat. But they did end up swapping a lot of players into their first team squad. I know that happened a bit later in the match, obviously, but you know, you can tell the difference, and it's one of these things we say it all the time in the championship is anybody can beat anybody. And that's the fun of the cup. You can on a day, you know, do it, and we stood up to it. We got our goals, and it was the penalties in the end that took them out.
Yeah, it's we did what we had to do, and it was awesome, and it was fun, and I hope we do it again next round. I hope we get Arsenal and we knock them out.
Mr. Make Me. Imagine how exciting the summer's transfer talk would be when Wrexham are spending 200 million on players.
It's going to be insane.
And actually, it'll probably be more. It'll probably be closer to the 300 million, actually. Because Sunderland spent 220-ish, I think. And they had a couple of loans on top as well that didn't count. So I would say we might be closer to the 300 by the time we're done. I think so. Because that 200 million doesn't guarantee you staying up.
Yeah.
You know, that just gives you a fighting shot. Now, they have done really well with their team. Their team is working. They have a lot of young pace in there, and it's just working. Now, I'm really curious what type of team we put together if and when we go up. Now, if we go up in 3 years' time, it may not worry me as much or bother me because we'll already have built a top-end championship team. We will have a very different squad in 3 years' time if we're still in the championship. But if we go up soon, spending closer to 300 million on players, that will be an interesting one.
Yeah.
We're going up 500 million. Did you say 500?
No, that's a joke.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. But
There you go.
bombshell. Yeah. There you go. That's what we're gonna get.
I hope not. God, I hope not.
No, I want them.
I don't.
Yeah.
Why? Why not?
Yeah. Why? So they can knock us out, make us look dumb? No, I'm good.
You're not gonna knock
Hard
us.
pass.
You are.
Pass. Hard pass.
Where are they? But where's Macclesfield, by the way?
National League North.
No, I know that. But where are they?
Okay.
Yeah, I know they're National League North now.
I don't know where's Macclesfield as compared.
I as long as they're the right ones, I checked there. I think it's just over an hour's drive. It's not that far.
Oh yeah, go there, smack them up 7-0. Boom, come back. You know, it'll be they'll call it the Valentine's Day Massacre. You know what I mean? It'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. Patty, you had a breakdown this morning. I saw of the teams left. It's updated right now, right? And on that, while you're looking for that, do you want to make a cup run, or do you want to focus on promotion, or you want to do both?
I want to have a cup run. We haven't really done it for quite a while. That's kind of why I want a weaker team. Yeah, if we can do it, take a weaker team in the next round, and then we're back to big boys again.
Ruth, sorry, I gotta hold you on that. That's what Pal said. No, he made I think 11 changes. Not 11. He made a bunch of changes today, and that team wanted nothing to do with that game today. Nothing to do with it. I watched it. They wanted nothing to do with that game. Now, that said, Parkinson will never let his team go and half-ass it. You know, he'll always, to Aaron's point earlier, he's always going to put out a squad. And if you watch both of the first goals, the Kakachi goal and the Rathbone goal, those were effort goals. Those guys, we were just sharper and we wanted it more. You will never get that.
Yeah, absolutely. We were winning all the second balls.
Yep.
We were. And that's why Dyche was so pissed. He ripped into those guys after the game. It was awesome.
Yeah,
he was right though.
Yeah.
They were playing like dog shit, and they were playing like they didn't care.
Yeah.
They weren't showing that they were better. Like, you know what I mean? They had better players out there than what we did. and
They
they
had-
didn't look it. They
even
did
that
not
guy-
look it.
I'll go to the lineup like Patty said yesterday, or you just said right now.
Mhm.
Jair, where is he? That kid, Jair Cunha, came out of the Brazilian league. He's
Mhm.
great. Zinchenko, he's a winner. Amari Hutchinson, they just got him from Ipswich Town. Nicholas Dominguez, he came on later. Yeah. Morgan Gibbs White, when he came on, he did well. Douglas Luiz, he's a winner. He's a player. He's got like over probably $100 million in transfer fees on him. They have players out there that could do things. So Hudson Odoi was the best player in the pitch, I think, the whole day, though, in my opinion. Patty's trying to figure out numbers here.
Yeah, I've got them 2 seconds. I'm just
I got you.
adding them in.
Parky can't manage in the championship. People are in shambles.
The people saying that are looking pretty stupid at the moment.
Those are the guys that are saying AO out, right?
Sure.
Palace fielded a massively weak team, and they're being bogged down by domestic and European competition. And they have a thin squad. They do. And what's up, Tommy? How are you? They do have it, but I don't care about Palace. I don't care about Palace. But I'll go beat Macclesfield away. Let's do that. And then the game after that will be the one at Swansea.
Oh, Jesus, we better not fucking play Swansea again.
We're playing them on. We're playing them on.
In the league, you mean? Okay.
The league, yeah.
I was just saying, imagine them in the cup.
Oh no, I don't want that.
No, yeah.
I think somebody was saying, I think our Bristol game is got to get rescheduled since we went through.
Yes, yeah.
Because
That's
that
the Friday
weekend
match.
that's on the weekend of the FA Cup.
Okay, so here are the teams still in it, broken down. So Prem teams, we have Wolves, Aston Villa, Man City, Brentford, Fulham, Sunderland, Burnley, Newcastle, then Man U or Brighton. Then there's likely another 5 teams as well. These were from mixed
Chelsea
groupings. So with Chelsea, they've done it tonight. West Ham, Liverpool, Arsenal, Leeds. Then from our group, we have Southampton, Ipswich, Wrexham, Swansea or West Brom, Hull or Blackburn, Oxford, Leicester, Birmingham, Bristol, Stoke on those. So obviously here, if we get a Prem team, that would be good, have another fun match. Nobody seems to want championship because obviously we're playing them in the league. We don't want to play them again. In the
boring. Yeah. Well, Stoke won. Stoke beat Coventry, right? Yeah. Okay.
Look, if it comes down to it and we're going to go on a run, a couple of the championship teams might not be the end of the world. They're actually decent opponents to kind of challenge.
It's kind of like a rerun. It's like, oh, you want to see something new. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you prefer something new.
Yeah.
Then on the weaker side, if we go down below the championship, you have from League One, Port Vale, Wigan Athletic, Burton Albion.
Yeah.
League Two, you have Salford City or Swindon Town. They'll have to play next week. Actually, I think they're abandoned their match. Grimsby Town got through as well for them. Then no one from the National League. National League North is Macclesfield. And then we have some unplayed matches. Charlton or Chelsea, West Ham, Queen's Park. Barnsley's in there, or Walsall, Portsmouth versus Arsenal. I'm assuming most of those will go to the Prem teams unless someone comes up with
Chelsea was winning. When I stopped watching, I think it should be
Chelsea won. Yeah, 3-1.
Yeah. 5-1.
Was it 5-1 it ended? Okay.
When I walked away, it was still 3-1, yeah.
The outstanding game soap for here it is. Tomorrow, Derby Leeds. Okay. That's actually probably a good game because Portsmouth Arsenal's going to win that. Blackburn Hull. That's a it's
a championship match, yeah.
Swansea West Brom.
Yeah, same again.
Speaking of a championship match, did you guys see the Coventry versus Stoke game today? You see the stadium?
No.
Empty.
Really?
I'm positive there were more It was at Stoke. Positive there were more Coventry fans. Positive there were more Coventry fans there. I mean, it was empty. I mean, it was bad. I was like, "What in the world is going on?" It was incredibly poor. It was bad.
If Swindon wins, would Ollie Palmer be cup tied since he only played a Wrexham shirt? No, I don't know because it's FA Cup.
No, I think they changed the rules on the cup time.
They did change the rules. I think you can play twice now. Yeah. Two different teams.
So Prem team 41, Championship 35. Don't like that. Chance at League One team, League Two.
Yeah, if you count up the lower teams, League 1, 2, National League, it's about 20% ish, close enough to it, and it's about 20% of hitting the top 6 of the time.
So why don't we do this for Monday? Let's get the champ chat up for when the draw is. Does that sound good?
Okay.
When's the draw?
Before the Liverpool match.
Yeah.
Liverpool match.
I won't be. I won't be able to be there. I'll be at work, so I'll have to miss.
So TNT Sports has coverage starts at 6:30 p.m. That's local, Patty. I don't know what that is to you. The draw is set to take place at 6:35. 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's do champ chat for that, or no?
Yeah, I should be fine for that. Yeah.
What time? What time is that? My time? Stupid clock.
No, it'll be like noon, or around noonish or something.
A little bit earlier than just the match we just had.
Okay. Let's do. Let's get that up for. I mean, we'll talk about it later, but let's do that.
Yeah, we have to do
the draw. What time did you say the draw was?
They don't give an exact time. They just said before the match. So about 30 minutes before the match, somewhere around.
And the match starts at what time?
7:45.
Okay.
UK time.
So if you say what, 7-ish?
7-ish.
So, yeah.
That's 11.
I'll be at work. So.
Mm-hmm.
So 10. That's like 10 a.m. my time, Patty.
Okay.
It might be.
Yeah.
But we should. Yeah, that'd be a fun watch.
Yeah, we have. Look, now that we got through, we have to watch that. We have to watch that draw.
Yeah.
And see what comes up next. But yeah, so looking at it there, you've got about a 40% chance of hitting any Prem team, 20% of one of the big boys, top 6. And then the rest of it is 40%-ish from Championship, a little bit less. And then 20% of a technically easier team from one of the lower leagues.
Actually, no. I'll get it up as a breakfast club at 10:30. We'll just do it that way. We'll just go there. Fuck it. Yeah. That'd be good. Yeah, I think in the cards I'm looking at. I think we're gonna get that Macclesfield team. I do. I just have a feeling that, or we're gonna get like Wolves.
Yeah.
You know,
Port Vale, Wigan. Hey, do you know what? After Wigan sent Mullen back, wouldn't it be nice to draw Wigan and give him an absolute spanking?
Yeah, but he can't play we can't play him though.
Yeah,
no, I'm not saying play him. I'm saying just go and give Wigan a kicking.
Oh yeah.
Port Vale still have foul.
Yeah, but he can't play, right?
Why not?
Because we didn't sell him.
He's on loan. He's their player at the moment. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they have locked out loan players. I don't think so.
Yeah, the parent. Yeah, I guess the parent club can actually say. I'd love to. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the parent club where you can put it in the agreement for loans. Like if you loan someone in the same league, you can actually say he's not playing against us.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. I think it's changed. It shifted. It shifted all of our opinions, and at least my opinion, after winning that game in such a great way. And I think I need to reevaluate and like lean into just, what we are and who we are and what the makeup of the squad is and what the makeup of the team is. Because we're always we've been doing this last couple of years. We're like, well, Wrexham against Forest Green Rovers, and we go out and we just go do it. 2 years ago, and that's not the mentality of the squad. I think I just have to reevaluate my own thought process and how we go about how Parkinson goes about, managing the side. Dobson free kick was incredible. Dobson had a free kick.
Yes, the one that scored, that Hyam scored. God, that ball in was unbelievable.
Yeah,
unbelievable ball in.
Yeah, I can't even do that in corners. Caladine says that he or she is probably more scared to play Macclesfield than a Prem team.
Me too. I don't lose to him.
Oh, come on.
You lose to him, it looks bad.
That's
no
the fun.
in that.
They're 100
Besides, I want to root.
to.
I want them to beat bigger teams. I don't want them to. I don't want to. Let's if we play them, let's play them in the final and then beat the piss out of
There's
them.
no point in them beating other teams unless you're eventually going to play them. No, not
I
unless
like
you're going to
watching
play
other
them.
teams. No, it's just for the fun. I like to see other big teams lose.
Yeah, well, then some big team's going to get an easy pass at some point. It might as well be us.
Yeah.
No, it's just I don't care. I just want to keep. I want to.
You want to get promoted?
Big teams. No, I want to go play Man City away and get a bunch of money.
Did you know recently? Do you know about Macclesfield? That they shut down.
That's a Phoenix club. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
they were brought back.
Town and then Macclesfield FC. Did you read about the guy? So the guy who bought it was like drunk. Did you read about this story?
They actually have some very good YouTube documentary on it, done with the BBC. Yes, really good. I need to post it in the Discord. I said I would earlier. There's maybe 3 or 4 episodes, about an hour each. Really interesting. It goes across 2 seasons. I think.
Wow.
Their launch season, I think the second season as well, and it's really good. It gives a proper behind the scenes as well, when they're discussing building up the club and what they need to do. And he sold off his company for a load of money.
Yeah,
and he was a bit drunk one night and he said, "I want to have a football club," and he rescued the local club.
He said, so emotionally, Macclesfield owner promises to take FA Cup heroes to Ibiza after astonishing upset. Crystal Rovers, he says, "I was drinking every day from 2 p.m. until close. It was only when I bought Macclesfield FC online while pissed up that saved my life, marriage, and this club. Now, thanks to Wayne Rooney's brother, we are the Giant Killers." And that's a cool. His name is Robert Smethurst.
Smethurst, yeah.
Sorry, I was just saying, if we draw them, I will reach out to him and I will try to get him on the show. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Patty. Go ahead.
Yeah, he kind of admits it on his show as well, that he was a bit lost after he sold his company. That's what his life was, and then he had a load of money and nothing to do, and ended up drinking an awful lot, and he said it was ruining his life.
Wow.
And then he put his focus into the club, and it helped bring him back.
It's a great story. So
another point to that too is he brought in Robbie Savage, who was a Wrexham boy, and he was their manager for the last several years until he moved on. I assume he's still at Forest Green now, right?
Forest Green Rovers.
Yeah. So, but he was he was their manager the last handful of years, and they were flying up through the league. So.
Well done on the spoilers there for the documentary I'm trying to get everyone to watch.
Not my dog. They can still watch it. He used to learn something.
What's crazy?
It's a Wrexham connection, though.
But this is what Rob. I'm going to say Rob. I'm not going to use Ryan at this point right now. I'm going to use Rob, and no shade on Ryan. This is what Rob and Humphrey tapped into when they decided to do this. With stories. And, Ryan, obviously, big part of it. You saw him yesterday go through his emotions and everything. But this is what they tapped into. And this is what I don't think a lot of people understand, which I think find it really special, is these stories behind, what football is about, which is why I love football, which is why, producer and I would go around the world. Like, we sit in wherever the hell we work. Like, who do you support? You know what I mean? And that would make a huge, and we just start a conversation and start the story. And I think there's something really special about it. And even this is a great story. Now I'm interested.
Did you see their second goal?
No.
Their second goal is the ugliest goal I've ever seen in my life. The ball goes into the box and it hits probably 15 different players. It's just going all over the place. And then somehow it lifts up in the air and their player tries to kick it. He like a kung fu side kick, kicks at this ball, barely hits it, mishits it. The ball hits the ground. The keeper had already come at him, couldn't get turned back around. And I swear to God, that ball was rolling at a snail's pace as it crosses the line. It was going so slow. It was the ugliest goal I've ever seen in my life. It was so funny. It cracked me up. It was bad. It was such a bad, just an ugly, ugly goal. It was awesome, though. I love it.
I can't show it, but I'm going to watch it as you do.
Yeah,
that.
it was fun. It was.
I mean, what a cool stadium to play in, though. Is that a 4G? What is it? Is that a 4G, guys, or is it? What is it?
That's a good question. Probably, I would say so.
The first goal is good. I just watched that too.
Yeah, the first goal wasn't bad. That's the second one. That's oof. It was scruffy. It was the definition of scruffy goal.
Crap goal of the week. There you go. I mean, great goal. Great goal. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, jeez. No. 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 Wait, hit like 6 guys already.
Told you.
How did he not get that?
Oh, it was so funny. It was so funny. Yeah.
So
Can you imagine going down 2-0? You're Crystal Palace and you go down 2-0 to that goal?
It can happen.
Oh, that'd be so frustrating.
Why is it a 4G pitch, by the way? Why?
Because they're in the. They've been. Yeah, I think they're playing. They started in the 9th tier.
Really?
On their way up, they're in the 6th tier right now.
Yeah.
So,
they're allowed to do everything.
They're allowed to do all that, and they're probably using that for other local stuff and letting people play on it. To raise money. You know what I mean? They're trying to figure. They're going to do everything they can to get as much money out of that as they can.
Yeah.
Because
there's no maintenance.
That, so.
No maintenance too.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly. So.
Yep. Donna says, sorry, that last ditch, put your foot out there. Yes, she saw it as well.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was so
what they need is a big draw away.
Yeah, that's what they need a Man City away. Yeah, they need a Man City away or somebody like that. Yeah, big stadium away.
Oh, if they go to the Emirates, oh my days.
Well, I mean, for them, that'd be like for that club. That'll fill the next 2 years.
Yeah, but they don't get they split the gate seats 45-45, 10% goes to the FA Cup. And
okay, but you're talking about a team that they've probably not got $500K in their whole team, Josh.
Yeah,
they'll get over that on that one game.
Yeah, you're right.
It'd absolutely be a big deal for that team.
Patty, I'm delusional. Yeah, I'm delusional.
Yeah, you are
delusional.
Why? What were you thinking?
I was like, what are they gonna? I don't know, a couple $100,000. I don't know.
No, they'll get a side. I mean, I don't know. How many can you? Obviously, it probably won't be full, but how many can you get? I don't know what that you can get in that stadium. And what are they charging for it? In an FA Cup 5th round, it's probably not going to be as much. But if you get, say, you get what 40,000 at.
Yeah.
Let me do some math. Let's do what? Let's say 25 ahead, maybe, or 30 ahead.
25. Yeah.
So how much?
I'm sure Man City is going to keep it nice and high anyway.
Yeah. Donna said they announced that their team salary was $1 million. No.
It might be, but that would be the max. That would be the very max. Like, it's not going to be. So that'd be one. So if let's say it was 40,000 people at 35 a pop, that's 1.4 million. So times what's that? What'd you say it was 45%?
45 each, and 10% goes to FA Cup.
630,000.
Yeah,
that's a big chunk, dude.
Plus what they've been winning coming up through the levels as well, because Tom says their winners got 121K for this round.
Yeah, so that
and you're going to be guaranteed at least half that again for the loser in the next round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like it all builds up quite quickly. It's significant for them. Absolutely, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no shade on that. I mean, make the money, do the thing. That's why, like promotion cup run. I think we can do both. I think that we're in a, and I didn't think that maybe a week ago.
And the thing is, imagine if they got Grimsby. And went through another round.
What was funny? Who was it that was? It may have been that game. There was a game. I can't remember. It just might have been that game. Somebody drew a Prim team. It was a lower league team. Oh no, it was. I think it was Exeter. I think Exeter City against Man City. I think it might have been that one. There was a game that they basically said whatever the gate is, they're going to give them the whole gate instead of
Well,
They weren't
Exeter,
going to keep their half of it. I don't remember which team it was, so I don't want to.
okay, well, Exeter City got beat 10-1 today.
Yeah, they got absolutely hammered.
And
Yeah, no, they asked Man City to give them all the money.
they said no.
Did they say no?
Okay,
I
so it wasn't
didn't
that
hear
one.
the answer. I heard
Okay,
the
I
request.
thought there was one.
I didn't hear the
okay,
answer.
I thought I'd heard that somebody offered to. Okay, so maybe.
Oh no, that's a different team. That was earlier in the week.
That was different. Okay,
It,
so
it happens almost every season. You do
Yep.
find that a team or two will actually turn around and say, "Yeah, just keep your gate."
Yeah, and also,
You know.
do you want to hear the scores? Tell me. You know Man City, right? Okay, here's the scorer. Max Allen, Man City. Okay, Rodri, we know him. Jake Doyle Hayes, Jack Fitzwater, Rico Williams, Antonio Semenyo actually scored. Wow, it's his first game for him. Reinders scored. Nico O'Reilly scored. Ryan McAdoo scored. And George Birch scored in the 90th minute for Exeter City. What a fuck. Pep should be embarrassed, by the way. Pep should really be embarrassed. You went and you beat the crap out of Exeter City. Pull the plug. You know, he even did it like that's crazy. What are you doing?
We had this discussion in Discord, and I'm on completely the opposite side to you.
Me too.
just
You know what? You know what? It's not my job to keep goal for you. Okay. Keep me
Ooh.
out. All right. Keep me out. And if you don't, that's your fault. I'm playing a weak inside. That's the best I can do for you. If my shit players are going to score 10 on you, my shit players are going to score 10 on you. We have this issue. This was a big issue around here in football because the school I was coaching at we're one of the bigger, we're not a big school at all, but in the area, we were one of the bigger teams. And so we often would beat people 50-0 or 40-0, but we'd pull our starters at halftime. And it's just like our other kids just kept scoring. And it's like, what do you want us to do? Like, we can't. Like, we're not going to tell a kid that's never played before, no, you can't score a touchdown.
He started Erling
You know what I
Haaland.
mean?
By the way, he started Erling Haaland in this match.
No, he didn't. Did he really?
He did, but he put on a weakened defense.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, fuck Pep. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Nah, fuck
Right?
that.
The fact that Haaland
You know what?
was
If I was
guaranteed their
all right, you know
stadium was
what?
full, they made a load of money.
If once they got 4 or 5-0 up, if Holland was still on the pitch and I'm a player for Exeter, I'm breaking his leg. I'd go after him. Guarantee you.
No.
There ain't no fucking way. Screw that. I'm dirty.
How
I'm a
many
bad
minutes- how
person.
many
I'm
minutes-
dirty.
Holland came off at, hold on. He had to come. I would have brought him off at 10 minutes in. When did he come on? I'm trying to see when he came on. Substitution 64, Doku. Keep going. I'll try. Brendan Silva. Yeah, Brendan Silva. What was he doing? Why would he do that? Why would he play Holland? Nico Williams came out at 46. Holland played at Holland played the first half. Why? He played 46 minutes. Why? Why would you do that?
Look, if you want to go down that road, right, and give an advantage to the weaker team when they're getting hammered, what they should do is what we do for the kids in ice hockey over here. Is once one team gets 5 goals ahead, you put on an extra player.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
So, like how about that? Every goal after 5, you get an extra player. So you can
but
make
also
about 15 men on the pitch.
I do agree you have to learn how to lose too. You got to learn. Exeter is a fan of Kelly Davidson, and that's why they asked for the gate receipts, Kelly. Yeah. Okay. Morgan says, me and Patty have had this conversation, and I'm sorry if you start Erling. Did truly play a week? Yeah, fair enough.
He's only one player. There's 11 there. Yes, you played a weaker team.
Yeah. Hey,
I don't think he should have started Haaland, but look.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
think about this. Okay, seriously though, they're in a championship chase. If he gets hurt today, if he gets hurt in the 10th minute, breaks his ankle. I mean, I'm sorry. There's no way I'm playing Erling Haaland against fucking Exeter City.
Was Man City at home?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, do you know what he should have? Actually, here's what he should have done if he's going to play about like this, right? If he's not going to give them the money for all of it, because obviously it's Man City, like they could have had 30,000-40,000 people turn up even for a crappy FA Cup match. What he should have done is early in the week turned around and actually announced, I'm playing near full squad and Haaland will be starting. He should have put it out there and he should have packed the entire stadium, 70,000 fans for the match.
Well,
and then fine whatever score. And they would have gone home with the money. The 40% share, they would have gone home with a lot of extra money.
Why would they not give them the money?
Actually, someone just said it there. What was the crowd? Let's have a look and see.
I was just getting ready to look at it. I was looking at it myself.
There was nobody there. There was probably more at the Stoke Keras. And I also want to give before we get out of here too, I want to talk about Callum Doyle.
Oh, he's been terrific. He's been
he got a 9 yesterday. He got a 9 yesterday.
He should have gotten 11.
He scored a penalty, my friends.
Yeah. That was a good one too.
It was a good penalty, absolutely.
Good one.
Left footer. He's a left footer, obviously. He was good. He is good. I really like.
Seriously, on the Haaland thing, I know you're.
No,
just one more because I just saw Esteban just threw this up and it just made me think. Think about if we're in League Two, okay?
Well, hold on,
our main man.
Put the question up. Hold on. I do agree with Aaron on this one. It is irresponsible to have your star player against a team that might not be finessed on their tackling. There you go.
Think about if we're in League Two and we're playing, say we're in the FA Cup and we draw, 9th tier Billy Bob's Bar Club, Sunday league team. All right. And Parkey starts mulling and he gets hurt. We would have fucking ate him. Everybody would have lost their minds. You can't do that, dude. I mean, that's too risky. Too risky when you don't need to. Like, did he even score? He didn't even score, did he?
No. Do you think Pep was trying to respect the cup?
You can respect the cup without playing Erling Haaland. Yeah. Okay. Like, you don't need to play Erling Haaland.
And normally what you do is you do it the other way around. You have your best stars sitting on the bench.
Pop in.
Maybe you give them a run out or whatever. Maybe you see where the match is going and then you do it late. Yeah. Because just along the lines of protecting your stars, it's not necessarily a bad idea to keep them on the bench for 70 minutes and see how the players are tackling.
So
you know what I mean? Are they coming out being asses? Are they getting annoyed that you're 6-0 up? Are they starting to kick players? Because if you end up in a scenario like that, you are not putting Haaland out there.
Yeah, no.
Morgan said Pep could give a crap, but he obviously did. He put out a side. He put out Haaland.
Well, he lost last year in the final. Maybe he wants one.
Yeah, but he didn't need to do that. I mean, I understand playing him in the quarterfinal and the semifinal. That makes sense. And depending on who they draw, if you draw Spurs or somebody like that, then you play him. But when you're playing Exeter City, I mean, come on. Surely you don't need Erling Haaland to beat Exeter City. And obviously they didn't. They won 10-1.
Well, they're already pricks. They're already pricks. So they didn't give the money. Well, sorry, somebody was teeing something up. I was going to talk.
You were going back to Doyle. You're going on Doyle, and I pulled up his stats because we talked about this the other night. Me and Ken did because I was doing a breakdown because people had been talking about how good he's done since we've done this little change of formation, and he's looked really good in this last round of games. He's looked really good. And I
have something teed up when you're going. Go ahead.
Okay. So so one of the things I came up with is he's really good going forward, but his defensive actions weren't quite up to par with the other two. So he still needed to bring his game up. So he was averaging in the last 4 games, he was averaging 9 defensive contributions per game, which is tackle, clearance, interception, and there was something else. A handful, a handful of so he was getting 9 defensive contributions per game. You know how many he got yesterday? 21 defensive contributions yesterday.
No.
He played out of his fucking mind. He was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Okay. Now here comes the hate on me. Ready?
All right. I'll fight you if you talk bad about Doyle.
I'm not going to talk about Doyle. Patty knows exactly what I'm going to say.
Uh-oh, what are you going to say?
That is our best back three. Heim on the left, Scar in the middle, and Doyle on the left. That is our best back three. No one wants to admit it, but that is our best back three. That is our best back three. 100% it is our best back three.
I want that to be proven with some stats.
I will. Okay, listen. I agreed in the first half.
Second half, no.
I think second half, our build-up play struggled because of Scar, because he's not as good at it.
Okay.
When they brought in the better players and really pressed us, it caused us
issues. Players. I'm talking about the championship.
I understand. I think I can't prove. I was with you. First half, I was like, this might be our best back three because we're gonna get another clean sheet. But then when the second half happened, I was like, maybe it wasn't. There was other issues. Now, granted, like you said, they were prim players. I would tell you what, Scar has been, when he's played, he's been unfucking believable. A2C. He's been unbelievable when he's played. So I'm not going to take anything away from him. I still think Max is probably in our best back three.
I'm putting, hold on, wait a minute, timeout. This is the local pundit, and I'm putting him in timeout.
Hey!
You don't cuss at me on my own channel. There you go. But I love the opinion. And
it's okay. It's a 60-second ban. You're fine.
Yeah. Kelly said, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. No.
Oh shoot.
I'm maybe going to contradict myself here, so I'm going to call myself out first. Right? I have said numerous times in the past, I want my defenders to defend. Mm-hmm. Right? I don't want them fucking off up the front of the field and leaving their post sometimes. But if you consider that Kabore is coming back, and Max was playing really well, interplaying with Kabore and feeding him the ball up on that right-hand side. If you swap that to Chaim, I'm not so sure that'll be a good service. We'll see. Like, this needs time if you're going to see it completely. So you potentially have weaknesses with Scar in the middle, and then you potentially have some weaknesses with Chaim on the right.
Weakness with Chaim on the right and Doyle on the left. What is Scar's weakness?
On the ball. When we're getting pressured, that was when he looked shaky. I thought he looked shaky. I got nervous when he had the ball and they were pressing us. I was like, oof. Because he likes to, here's the thing, and when you watch it, when he plays, look how deep he plays. That fucker's standing he's standing on the D.
Yeah.
He's on the D of our box while we're going forward. He's not getting beat. His speed isn't, he doesn't have the speed, and he does it, and he is not getting beat.
Scar has played attackers onside for goals.
Yeah.
Because he sits too deep in his own box. All right.
Yeah.
I love him right, and everyone else is wrong. Okay. I love it. And you know what?
I was totally with you in the first half, though. The first half, I was like, this back.
But it's not that simple. There are multiple elements here.
Yeah,
and it's not that easy to get to an absolute answer.
I agree.
So you put Scar in the middle, right? Mm-hmm. That is weaker than Chaim in that central wall.
But there's a balance there. There's a balance there. Chaim on the right is better than Max on the right, 100%. And
yes, so that's what you're weakening the middle.
Yeah.
And even if I grant you that Chaim is stronger than Max on the right defensively, there is an argument then with forward momentum and the attack side that Max does get up there. And I have seen him interplay with Kabore and do it really, really well.
Yes.
I haven't seen that from Chaim yet, but I would if you kept this lineup for numerous matches. I would get to make an opinion on that. And same thing with Aaron, we would have a look at progression of the ball. Can we play it through different channels if we're not playing it through Scar? So there's a lot of pluses and minuses. It's not pluses all around.
Yeah.
So until we have greater data, it's harder to tell.
Yeah.
I get the argument.
I know you said Chaim in the middle is better than Scar. I think overall, I do think we are better aerially though with Scar in the middle. I think Scar's better in the air than what Chaim is. And actually, was it the first goal? Was the first goal or the second goal that Chaim gave up? because he didn't go for that header. The guy comes over his back and scores that goal.
Oh,
I can't remember if it was their first goal or the second one. I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, I mean, look, if you look back at it, Doyle should have went up and headed that ball. He thought he could keep that guy back by just standing there, and he didn't. But yeah, aerially, I think Scar's better. But
I love that I'm right about
it's
this.
all the other stuff that there are a lot of other things I think that I don't know. But let's put it this way. Here's the thing. You can have a legitimate argument though.
Yeah.
Like Josh isn't like completely wrong. Like you can't just look at it and say, because look at how many clean sheets did we keep with Scar in the back three? Like I think a handful. Like we did really good defensively with him in the back three.
How many matches have we lost when J-Wad has played? None. J-Wad is the answer. He should play every match. No, anyway. Okay, I have a different question. I have a different question on the same line though, right? If I tell you that you hypothetical here, my hypothetical, so don't give out about it, I'll just answer it. If I demand that next season you get rid of one and keep one for the entire season, who's it going to be, Scar or Max?
I'm getting rid of Max. I'm getting rid of Max.
What?
I'm getting rid of
Scar or Max?
For the rest of the season, I would rather have
next
Scar.
Season.
Oh, next
not
season.
This season.
Oh, neither.
Next season.
But
that's not my hypothetical. I told you not to play my hypothetical.
Max for next season because he has more.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
you have to build up the players you're going to keep as well. It's another positive for Max. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure. Max is not really good on the ball. This thing, and there you go. That is my point. There isn't a clear best back three right now.
Yeah,
I want it to be clear declare the truth because there is so much nuance. Yeah,
there is nuance, and I think we would be even better off if we brought in another defensive player. Yeah. Preferably for me on the right hand side, but if they can also multi-purpose.
Well, Parky said Brunt is almost back too, so that's somebody I think that can actually play all three spots. So that's
we say this. I don't know that that's true.
He can't play the middle.
Oh, you know what though? If you looked at his defensive act when he was playing earlier in the season, now remember he's playing on the left side of a back three. He's a right footer. Okay.
No. He's
he's a right footer on the left of a back three. We've just always played him there. Okay, he's a right footer.
Hold on.
Now here's the other thing. He had our best our heading defensive headers. He had the most, and he had our best defensive actions. He was our best player in the back three when he played. If you just look at stats wise, not. Mm-hmm. So now going forward, you could say maybe the others are better or whatever, but he's not a bad player. He can absolutely push some of these guys, and I think he can play anywhere in the back three.
Brunt's a great player. He's better than Max.
I think he can play anywhere in the back three.
There you go. 24 years old, 6'2", weak foot one. Where's his foot?
He's right-footed. Just trust me.
Oh, right-footed. He's right here. Yeah, right-footed. There he is. He's right-footed. You're right. He's right-footed.
I told you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And he's been playing he played on the left of the back three all season last season.
Wow.
And then to start this season, yeah, he's a good player, dude.
He's a really good player.
Okay, but hang on. Here's my question. All right. If Brunt is better than Max on the right-hand side, why is he not playing on the right-hand side?
Well, we don't know that he is, and that's the thing. We don't know that. We don't.
I know, but that's so. I've had this argument in Discord not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
That Brunt is better than Max on the right, and he should be playing over on the right, and he can cover the right. And I'm like, okay, well, hang on. There can't be a massive amount of difference here, or Brunt would be playing there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we've seen him there once in a cup match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I love that we have the ability to be who's better than this? This is great too.
Good. Our depth in the back, our depth back there is really good. Like that,
Yeah, I would love to have my own opinion at some point.
You're not allowed to have an opinion. It's wrong. Your opinions are always wrong, so you're not allowed to have them.
Yeah. See? And Tim Karma's like, you can't. You just can't. I love it. Brunty returning. Max is too slow, which is not. Listen, What do we? So if is Max injured or he's just out?
Yes,
He
Parky.
is
Okay,
injured.
so here's the story. This Parky answered this apparently in his post game that we haven't seen. The one he does, the one he does with the press, like afterwards, that they almost never put out, and you just get like pieces from like what Rich Williams and stuff. Like they'll just do their little pieces on it. But apparently he was asked directly about Max going to Villa, and he said that's the first I've heard of it. Okay. He's not going anywhere. He said he goes. He's a big part of what we're doing, and he said we had always planned on after Derby he was going to sit this game. He was going to set this game because of a groin issue that had kind of been lingering with him, so they wanted to give him a chance to get some rest. So yeah. So it's probably one of those like if it was a league game, he probably would have played. But I think because they didn't need to, they felt like they're good enough.
Well, we played our A team at the back.
Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna get rinsed. The show's gonna get canceled.
Yeah, we're gonna get.
Do you know what? It's a good thing you don't come into the Discord very much because a whole hornet's nest whipped up around me and the conversation of A team and B team.
Oh, I saw
not just me. Actually, there was people on both sides involved. It was everywhere. It was like.
I saw a little bit
You
of that.
You can't call him B team. He's too good to be called B team.
This is around Dobson, who actually had like a 9 yesterday. He was incredible.
Dobson was in, every time I think we probably are going to have to improve the Dobson.
Okay.
He goes and pulls something like that last night, and it's like, he's really fucking good sometimes. He's really good.
We spoke about maybe picking a player and just kind of picking out how good they are or not, where their weaknesses are. Yeah. I think we should do it on Dobson, right? Yeah. Because I'll tell you, if we do it on Dobson, maybe even on that match, right? And if everything is as perfect as people seem to be saying it is, I'll shut up about Dobson. I'll never say another negative word about Dobson until he gets sold. But I have this love-hate relationship with Dobson, right? He has some amazing passes. We've seen them. Wicked, great. He does run after people and he does upset people, and he stole the ball that led to the goal.
I know
stuff like that. But he messes up at times as well, and people ignore it.
I know your number one problem with him, and you and I both know it. You called it out yesterday on the watch along. Another Dob. What you said?
Again.
Yeah, right.
Which one was it?
As soon as we hit 70 minutes, Dobson is absolutely wrecked because he has been burning all his energy doing work. That's fine, right? But as soon as 70 minutes comes, he fouls people at the box. He cannot keep up with them, and he is not smart enough to keep his leg out. And the horrible thing is, you can look at these fouls, and they're barely a foul, right? They are the dark arts. People are falling over. And he still puts the leg in.
I'm not even convinced he touched that guy last night.
You might not.
I watched the replay and I'm like, how do you think he got him?
To.
It was just the dude took a dive right when he needed to. He made it look good.
Kelly says no.
But I'm with you. I understand that. That's
there's a B team. I'm sorry, Kelly.
Kelly says no. You don't piss Kelly off, and then you gotta make me drink like cow's milk. Wherever the hell he's gonna do that too. 11 says the Max conversation is moot and getting silly. It's actually not. Max has the potential to be worth a lot of money. How much? He's not worth 12 million until he's proven not to be. He'll be starting. I agree with you there. So the question is moot. It's not. I think there's a lot of this going on with Max. I do. I think our best back three is Doyle on the left, Scar in the middle, Heim on the right. 100%.
Well, do you know what might be happening? We might be about to find out.
Yeah.
Because if Max is injured, and if he does need rest for a match or two, it might not be moot for very long, because we might actually see a different pairing or a triple at the back, and we'll see how good they look or not.
Yeah. I think Max is a good player. Do not fall in love with players. I want the best team on the pitch. I see things in Max that I'm just like, okay, Parkinson is the manager. I can't control it, but this is a fan channel. and we're, you know what I mean? So the debate is great, and I love it. It's no one's attacking like, oh, you're an idiot, you're a moron. I mean, fair enough, but no one's doing that. This is a great debate, and also it's an awesome debate to have. The fact that like I think J-Rod is better than than Smith. This is great. We are at a point where it's like, you know what? I know people fan differently and like, hey, listen, I want to support it because of this and that. But at the end of the day, Parkinson is the manager, and these debates are really good to have, and I love it. I think it's great. That's what makes it grow. It makes a good conversation.
Yeah, I agree. It's fun. It's fun to have. It's fun to have these types of conversations because there's not like we can say I'm right or we can say you're right. We can say Patty's right, but really,
Ken's right.
Right.
Really, Ken's right. Really, Ken.
Yeah, we don't. No, he's wrong. He's not here, so we can talk shit about him. So he's wrong. Ken's definitely wrong, right? No, it's that, but that's what's fun. It's fun to have these types of discussions because it's a lot of it's hypothetical, and we'll never really know what our best. You know what I mean? You never really know because here's the thing: if we're playing as well as we have been with Max in, and he's been carrying a groin injury, then okay, maybe a fully fit Max is better than what we're seeing. You know what I mean? You know. We don't know how long he's been carrying that injury, and Parky said he's been carrying it for a little bit. So I mean, I still think the back three, our normal back three, is probably our best back three right now. So
Kelly Davidson to Patty's. This is a good one.
Here's my question. Well,
let me read it first for everyone here. All right, I agree that just you're talking about Aaron or no?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree that Dobson is exhausted by 75 to 80 minutes and does stupid stuff. But how much of that is on Parkinson for not subbing him out? Sheaf gets subbed out regularly. That is a really good shout.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So Sheaf has a history of injuries. Sheaf will always get subbed to keep his fitness up. So that's why Sheaf always gets pulled. I think the reason why Dobson didn't get subbed last night is because Matty James wasn't on the bench. If we had the right player to sub him last night, we'd have subbed him. Eventually he did. Here was the problem. Parky was, because of the selection, because of what he had on the bench, he wasn't going to put, and so again, going in on Macca again, he wasn't going to go put Macca at left wing back with 70 minutes or whenever he was making that sub, whenever he brought Kakache off. He wasn't bringing Macca in then.
60 minutes.
No, that's why I went to Thomason. Thomason is the player to replace Dobson. Of the players that we had last night, Thomason was the one that needed to replace Dobson. So eventually, when he did bring Macca in, he slid Thomason over back in and dropped
Dobson. Thomason can play two positions. He can play two positions.
Right, exactly. But usually in a game, Matty James is on the bench. He would have been on the bench in that situation. Matty James would have came in and we've been fine.
I'm so glad Matty James got a full rest yesterday.
Yeah.
So glad.
He probably needed one. Yeah. Because he's so important to us. I was going through this is something I did on the Tactical Fortitude show the other night. I went through all of his games, Matty James's games. When he starts, he averages like a 7.1 or 7.2 rating on FOTMob. When he comes off the bench, he averages like a 6. He needs to have the whole game, so he needs to start games, to be as effective as he can be. And we just don't start him. We haven't been starting enough. But I think what we've seen in the last 4 games, league games, is how good that pairing of two in the midfield is when they both start, when Sheaf and James start together. And if you remember, they started together against Coventry too.
Yeah. And
that was probably before these last 4. That was probably our best performance of the season. So yeah.
Who do you think starts against Norwich? What's our starting?
I think we go back to the group. I do think, this is going to sound harsh, I do think Smith missing that one last night gives Parky a reason to bring more back.
Easy out. Yeah.
That gives you a reason to, nobody's going to bitch. Now, had he scored 2 goals last night?
Could he score 2? He scored 1. He should at least scored 1.
He should have easily scored 1. He might could have scored 2.
Yes, he had a chance to another. If he scores both of those, the other one was he hit the ball
straight into
first
the keeper.
time. Yeah, and not a straight to the keeper. It went wide. It went wide to the right. He was a run. It was he was through.
Oh yeah. He shot
through on the
across
left,
keeper.
and he hit it
shot
early
across
first
the
time,
keeper.
and it went across,
Yeah.
but he just missed. He just
it
missed
was wide off the
corner. It
goal.
went wide to
Off
the
the
other.
goal. Yeah.
Yes, honestly, you know what's funny about that? Sorry to cut you off. I know you. He has no right foot, and we knew that. But you're right. He should. He could have put 2 on frame yesterday for sure. Okay,
he could. He should have had 1. Could have had 2. If he scores 2 goals last night, now you've got the argument. Do we even bring more back? Like, is right now this guy's got the hot hand? Just keep starting him, right? I mean that would be the argument.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now the fact that he didn't and he missed a big one, now you can say, okay, Moore's our man. Put him back in, and we go. That's assuming Moore's, and don't take any away from the performance from Smith was actually really good. I thought he ran their center backs ragged.
Yeah,
ran them absolutely ragged last night.
20 million pounds, 10 and 10. He ran them all over.
He ran them guys ragged last night. So yeah, it was fantastic.
But we also have a hot rat bone to deal with.
Oh my gosh!
Because he has been playing bit parts and absolutely mullering teams, and now he gets a start, and he's still doing it.
And he scores a goal. Scores another goal.
I'll say this is unpopular opinion. I think we need an upgrade. Windass is good, but there's something he's not.
Well, he's carrying an injury, which is why he didn't start last night.
Yeah.
He's got that cat. It was against Sheffield United. He got some sort of calf injury.
Yeah.
And he's been kind of playing through it.
Because we've been wondering about Moore and him at the same time. It was the same match they got hurt in.
Right. So I'd be okay with I think right now Rathbone's got the hot hand. Let him start against Norwich. Yeah. You start him and Broadhead. They both looked good last night. No reason to change that. I think you change those 2 and then put more in, or leave those 2, put more in up top. 3.
Did Rathbone play in the championship before? Yeah, he did, right?
Yeah. He played there for Rotherham for a couple seasons.
Yeah, he's a really good player.
Mm-hmm.
Really proud of what he's doing. Parkinson must be stoked about him.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah, he was leaving the championship to go to Europe.
Really?
And then that deal fell
No,
through.
that was Dobson. Was that
Dobson?
That was Dobson was going to. Yeah, it was Dobson.
Oh, sorry. No. Yeah, why is my head doing
Rathbone, they got relegated. They were coming down, but we bought them right at the beginning. Right. I think it was right before the season started, or right after the season started.
That is a wizard. Well, yeah. Where's the wizard background?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Sorry, my bad, dude. I didn't know that was like the official Aaron background now.
Josh had royalty at the thickness of a single human hair. I mean, I don't even know what that means, but okay.
There we go. Fixed it.
There you go. Done.
Here, hold on. I gotta get.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
I can see it.
Oh my God. Hey, the good news is that Wrexham are winning, and it's feeling good. It's the 10th of January, and we're crushing it. And by the way, it's Saturday. We have 85 people. If you haven't smashed the like button, if you do later on watch the show, I know we started off differently. This is what we do on the pundit here. This is why we get so much goddamn content. We'll sit here and kick those tires all day.
Yeah. Hey, we're professional bullshitters. We will absolutely bullshit for a long time. We do it for hours a week. I mean,
hours.
Yeah, I mean, you probably get like 24 hours of bullshit on this channel a week. People, I mean, this is good stuff. This is good stuff.
Okay, watch, and I have to do it. All right, back on topic here. Sentimentality is dead, right? Now, I'm going to call out. I don't know. You tell me. You decide if I'm calling you out or not yourself, right? There's a significant number of people who get very attached to players. I'm attached to players I like, but I'm realistic about football too. God help you guys if you're disattached to players and we sneak into the playoffs and get through and go quickly up to the Prem. It is going to be an entire full squad. You're going to have like 8 players that are left over who are bench players that will not get time on the pitch if that scenario happens. So that'll be tough.
Okay. Who in our 25-man squad is good enough for the Prem? This is a bad. I should. After a huge. What do we do? I don't know. I didn't ask a question.
No, don't. Not today.
Let's wait till we get
we'll do a whole negative show. Yeah.
But to answer your question, Broadhead and Moore,
Doyle.
Sheaf can probably stick around.
Doyle.
I'm not sure Doyle even gets minutes yet.
What?
He's not ready yet. Nope.
Oh, another year on him? Hell yeah.
It won't be another year. It'll be another 4 months, 3 months. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
it depends on how we decide to play it too. Because if we decide, you know what, we're just going to try to develop, we feel like we're going to come back down.
Paul Mullen for sure making our Prem squad.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay, do you know what?
They're going to burn this channel down.
If we're going to wind everybody up.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Here's a question.
We're having fun today.
In the chat, right? Who thinks that Parky is sentimental enough to allow Max to play in the first Prem game and then basically drop him for the rest of the season?
Time out. What'd you say? Time out. What? What'd you say?
Who thinks that Parky is sentimental enough?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you're talking to him.
No, I'm saying you're saying August 23rd, 2026, Wrexham are in the Prem. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And who what?
Is Parky sentimental enough to let Max play so that he has played in every league and then basically sit him for the rest of the season? Or will he sit him from the very first game? Because a load of us wanted a final swan song for Mullen and Palmer on the final day of the season. Well, it didn't matter. We were already promoted and they didn't get time.
Is Patty breaking up or is that my internet?
No, he's breaking up a little bit. Yeah, I think
okay, all right. I was missing what I couldn't hear half of what you said there, Patty.
He's basically saying, does he let Max play the first game?
Yeah, I got that much. No, I don't think you let him play. I don't think you let him play. But I don't think you'd let him play. I think if he deserved it and that's what we had, then yeah. But I don't think I don't.
So that's not the way to know that.
We're still. I barely hear anything you're saying, Patty.
Patty's now frozen, and Pip Carmen said Mullen doesn't deserve the surplus. What the?
See, I told you, don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh man, Patty is frozen. I see him down there too. Oh yeah. Maybe that's a sign of where we should shut the show.
I know, right? You're still real laggy, Patty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I hope we have this conversation. Is Swindon Town game being televised anywhere? I don't know. Never read.
Where are you at, Ted? Are you in the U.S.? I think all the games are on ESPN Plus. Pretty sure all of them are.
Look, we're going up. We're going to spend in January. Watch this space, and we're going up this season.
Real quick on that. After what you've seen, okay. Mm-hmm. I know me and you've had a conversation offline on stuff, but I think they'll go. I think maximum will be 3. I don't know that they necessarily need 3, but I think they're going to they'll spend big money for them. I think. Is that what you're thinking, or what do you? I think they'll go big, but quality over quantity.
Yeah,
2 or 3 with solid, like, oh shit type signing.
I think we can get 2, maybe 3. 2 big. I could see 2 10s coming in.
2?
2 10s.
I could see 8-10. I don't know if we get 2. I don't know if you do 2. Because you still got to fit the rest of the squad. You got to make the rest of the squad work. But
yeah, I still don't understand the Cody thing. I think Hardy's gone. That's a space. I think us being dramatic about Macca getting let go, I don't think that'll happen. But I think you got to clear 2 spaces. I don't think Elliott Lee gets in. That's 1. I think Hardy won't get in. That's 2. And then you got to find 1 more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless
So-
we buy a young kid. Which
with Patty.
that one kid I think was what was the one kid that we got linked with in like November? The French kid, the kid from France.
Oh, it's brother. Yeah.
Yeah, he's he's a striker.
Yeah. Winger.
But he's I think he was like 19 or something. But
Yeah, and then you got
So
Hooker,
he would-
the right wing back, whatever that guy's.
yeah, which I think he wouldn't count toward the squad either. So those types of players would be nice because that kind of frees up. You're able to leave players in that you wouldn't have expected to.
Patty's
what I
saying getting that Ward needs a space. J-Rod has a spot. Yep. Barney won't get in. I don't think the money we will spend in this window near the end will be probably Siddiqui. That's it. Siddiqui. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Siddiqui Sharif. Yeah.
Yeah. Siddiqui and Pat. And yeah. So is he out of this? Is Lee cut from the squad? How did that work?
Okay, well, he was cut from the squad prior to January because J-Rod was back and we obviously weren't going to use Lee. But right now in January, there is no squad. There's no 25, so it's open. You can move players in and out. It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
So you basically re-register your squad before each game in January while the window's open. When the window closes,
Step 2 or 3.
then we'll have to pick. Like a couple days after it closes, we'll have to pick, or maybe it's the same day. I can't remember. But you have to. That's when you got to select your 25, and then we've got that 25 till the end of the season. That's it.
Mhm.
So
Okay. Okay. It's all very interesting too. Hip Karma says, what about Mark Griffith's throwaway comment about Nico Williams coming here at the end of January?
probably a joke.
Didn't hear. I don't think we need him. Is Patty? I think Patty's better back there.
I mean, I'd love to have Nico Williams as.
Yeah,
Is he still Robody? You alive? You there?
Yeah.
Are you
I hope
robot?
so. Looks good to me.
Yeah. All right, there you go. Yeah, you look better now. You sound good. Sound better. So, yeah.
I have to jump in 2 minutes, but y'all keep going if you want to. You're at a 141. Up to you guys. I have to jump in a minute here. Let's go.
No, I got out of bed. Please.
Yeah, we can get out of here.
Okay. Well, shit. That was fun chat.
I was sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
What time is it for you right now, Patty? Like midnight?
1:12.
1:12? Okay. Yeah.
Says the room number. There you go. 112 with a hot band. Yeah. All right. Well, it was fun. Tomorrow is Ring and Rant. How part-timer Ken coming on doing that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And then Monday we'll do live.
Yeah,
draw.
the FA Cup draw. Yeah,
We'll do that. I'll make sure that's up too. But yeah, Dare to Dream. Let's go. Promotion and the cup. Let's go. We can do both.
One of both. We're winning the FA Cup. We're going to the Prim.
Yeah, going to the Prem.
I said it. It's happening. Boom.
Done.
Done.
If you haven't liked the video, please do it. It's 85 people in here. If you're watching later, yeah, the number's been great. We had, I think,
over 5K for the. We had 5K for the watch along yesterday.
5.2. Wrexham time at 1.2.
Yeah,
the reaction.
Good numbers.
Yeah, keep going.
Apparently, nobody likes the show that I did. So
why? Yeah, you had 900.
If you love me, guys, you go back and watch the what's the Tactical Fortitude show. Since I worked so hard on it, and then nobody watched it.
Oh my God!
We were getting all these big numbers, and we only got like 300 people watch it or something. Makes me sad, people. I worked really hard on it.
And we're gonna, here's what's.
And on that bombshell, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
And not on